Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this edition of the 6 p.m. Primetime Newscast on Equinox Television, live from our headquarters in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. I am Babli Jonathan. Campaigns are continuing and gaining steam ahead of the October 7, 2018 presidential election in the country, but conspicuously absent on the campaign field is the president of the Republican candidate of the ruling Cameroon People's Democratic Movement, CPDM political party, Paul Biya. EQUINOXE has more.
As days pass by, campaign days elapse with most presidential candidates intensifying caravans, wooing potential voters, while the atmosphere is tensed with opposition candidates braving the harsh climatic conditions, rainfall, tiredness, and many other odds in order to be first to reach Etodi come October 7. Incumbent President Paul Biya, presidential candidate of the CPDM party, is still awaited to officially launch his campaign activities. The campaigns, which enter day 6 this Thursday, still leave many in doubt as to where the head of state will officially launch his campaign activities, as other candidates have done. Whistleblowers talk of Marwa, Kribi, and others, the trouble-hit southwest region. Speculations which have kept many ears wide open. Though the official launch of the CPDM campaign activities is highly expected to be announced, rallies of the party have been taking place all over the nation, something which commentators have described as the CPDM silence campaign. Recently, 4 high-tech vans with well-equipped video players and magnificent performance arrived Cameroon, which are being used to animate the campaign of Paul Biya in all 10 regions. Allied parties of the CPDM are intensifying campaigns for the incumbent President Paul Biya.
And the lone man of God in the presidential race, Prophet Franklin Afangui of the Cameroon National Citizens Movement political party, was in Edea yesterday, wooing voters and preaching his political program and, of course, his vision for Cameroon, and promising to change Cameroon if he is elected president come October 7, 2018. Smanjikan Gabriel reports.
MCC! The president of the Cameroon National Citizen Movement, CNCM party, Franklin Afangui, was in Edea and Kribi recently as he continued his tour to woo voters. At Edea, just like in Kribi, the man of God called on the youth to stand up for their rights and bring the changes come October 7, 2018. Speaking in one of the country's official language, Prophet Franklin told the crowd that turned out to protect their vote and that is making use of the social media.
Allez voter, nous on a les téléphones Android, c'est notre génération. On va voter et dans le bureau de vote, s'il met les résultats.
He also emphasized that this was the moment for change to come to Cameroon, and it is for them to massively turn out on the D-Day to cast out the vote. The candidate of the CNCM party, Franklin Afangui, equally told his supporters that under his reign as president, Cameroon will be industrialized, and also mentioned the fact that it is time for them to seize Cameroon from the hands of occultic people. His meeting with the population of Edea and Kribi ended with him introducing his green-colored ballot paper, which symbolizes the youthfulness of his party.
C'est ça? MCMC, Mouvement Citoyen National Camerounais. Donc c'est le moment de mouvement. C'est le moment de...
And all the 9 presidential hopefuls are yet to visit the crisis-stricken northwest and southwest regions of the country. As of now, only the ruling Cameroon People's Democratic Movement, CPDM political party, has launched campaigns in the 2 regions. In the northwest region, Prime Minister Philemon Yang headed the campaign team of the CPDM in the Congress Hall, and former Prime Minister Peter Mafani Musonge headed the campaign team in the southwest region, notably Navy in Boyen Mountain Hotel, and the crisis continues deepening, threatening neighboring localities. Education in the Mongo division in the littoral region of the country is equally threatened by the deepening crisis, as we hear in this report compiled by For Me, Armstrong Sander. For me, Armstrong Sander with that report on the impact of the deepening Anglophone crisis on the Mongo division next to the southwest region of the country, and indicates that education stakeholders in that region are now discussing strategies to turn down the impact of the deepening crisis on education in that part of the littoral region, as many more persons continue fleeing parts of the southwest region into the Mongo division.
Educational stakeholders in the Mongo division of the littoral region say they are worried about the prevailing security situation in the area. Conscious of their proximity to the crisis-hit southwest region of the country, these stakeholders are adopting measures to ensure a hitch-free academic year 2018-2019. Meeting in a divisional security coordination meeting under the auspices of the divisional delegate for secondary education for the Mongo, the educational community exchanged knowledge on how to guide learners against violent practices.
The orientations of the Minister of Secondary Education demanded that the teachers be schooled on the security context and the challenges that await them. This meeting also had as aim to discuss our challenges together and forward them to hierarchy.
The newly appointed school officials were equally given directives on how to help them avoid any consequential security problems.
We have advised students to henceforth take only commercial motorbike riders that they are able to identify. They have also been advised to always cross-check the identity of their mates in order to avoid intruders.
Some schools have resorted to establish ID cards for their students to be able to track down intruders. It is, however, expected that these measures be fully implemented for the security of teachers and learners in the Mongo division.
Close to 500 drums of illegal fuel have been captured by the Navy in Limbe in the southwest region of the country. The fuel was being imported into the country from neighboring Nigeria. Davidson Maimo has more in Limbe.
The Anglophone crisis intensifies with the use of power arms by pro-independence fighters against Cameroon state-owned security forces, described by separatists as a fight for the restoration of their state, Ambazonia, coupled with the presidential elections already at the corner. Every sector of the Cameroon armed forces has intensified security, not just against the pro-independence fighters, also in ensuring that the Cameroon borders are completely locked down. One of the feared areas to be used by Anglophone Cameroon pro-independence fighters as a route to ship in weapons is the Atlantic Ocean. In this regard, with instruction from the Commander of the Armed Forces, His Excellency President Paul Biya, the Cameroon Navy has taken every dispensation in locking down the entire Cameroon waters, especially within the Bakassi Peninsula, sharing borders with Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. The result of the intense Navy presence in these areas is the capturing of close to 500 drums of adulterated and illegal imported fuel into Cameroon last week, and the capturing of 4 small flight boats transporting illegal fuel with 13 persons on board, all illegal migrants from neighboring Nigeria. Sources from the Cameroon Navy say the illegal fuel is what separatists, better still pro-independence fighters, use in their automobile for transportation. The locking down of the Cameroon territorial waters, economists say, is having an adverse effect on the business climate, especially within the southwest region, as the heavy presence of the Navy plays a psychological effect on business persons who are afraid to continue in business with neighboring countries such as Nigeria and Equatorial Guinea. Aware of this, officials of the Cameroon Navy say only persons dealing in illegal business are afraid, saying their presence is to ensure the total safety of persons and goods transported through the sea and the total security of the state.
We stay with Alimbe-based correspondent Davidson Maimo to talk about delay in the execution of public contracts in that part of the southwest region, and this is causing a significant slowdown in development efforts.
The delay and poor execution of public contracts in recent times is said to be the obstacle in the realization of 100% in execution of public contracts. It is within this phenomenon that has eaten deep like a cankerworm that this seminar, bringing together state-owned engineers in the southwest region, organized by the Regional Delegation of Public Works, took place last weekend. Opening this seminar, the Secretary General at the Southwest Governor's Office say it falls in line with government determination in building the capacity of state engineers for a better output.
As you know very well, the Ministry of Public Works is the official and certified engineer of the state, and the technical staff of the ministry who perform these tasks on the field on behalf of the ministry must take their responsibility seriously.
On his part, the regional delegate for Public Works Southwest Region reveals that evaluating projects in the Southwest has been very difficult due to the ongoing Anglophone crisis.
You can see that activities are a little bit timid because of the socio-political situation that we have around, but where projects are going on, we follow them. Where it is safe to visit, we follow them, and that is why I see a few projects here are going on, but many projects are going on with a lot of difficulties.
Nonetheless, the seminar is imperative due to the new reforms made by the state. It is expected that, everything being equal, projects in the southwest region will be executed on time and of better quality, given the knowledge acquired from the seminar by the state engineers.
And stakeholders in scientific innovation in the southwest region of the country are stepping up efforts to encourage persons to get involved in scientific research and development. This was the focus of the Week of Science Excellence in Science on the way in the southwest region, as Derek Jato reports from Boya.
The Week of Excellence for Scientific Research and Innovation for the Southwest region had startups at the center. Dr. Mafani George Theke, the Regional Chief of Center for Scientific Research and Innovation, officiating the ceremony in Boya, said members of the Silicon Mountain, the entrepreneurship ecosystem, were his priority at the occasion, purposely to connect scientific research and startups.
So we come in as a ministry to see how we can work together with them and give them that initial push so that we will bring them to the limelight and get entrepreneurs and other people who may be interested to partner with them to collaborate.
Mokate Ashu, member of this technological base for startups and creative minds, revealed that good communication is very paramount in research.
Some of the recommendations had to do with, first of all, the development of management information systems for the ministry, because the ministry has a lot of challenges with reporting, and sometimes they don't report on time, sometimes you don't really get it clear.
The interactive platform also provided an opportunity for some authorities to find out the channels of information flow and the cost, especially in the agricultural sector.
Yes. And the chief is willing to discuss the hierarchy that we want to develop such an app to advise farmers on planting dates. In your mind, it might not be fixed amounts.
Are we the people who are paying you for hosting that, or is the farmer that is going to use the information that will pay you?
With efficient communication apps now being developed at a minimal cost to boost production,
very often some of them have no cost. For example, Bruno has already worked on something that will really help disseminate information to farmers.
The 2018 Week of Excellence for Scientific Research and Innovation for the Southwest region ended on a positive note.
The Rijato reporting there. Now in sports, the 2018 edition of the Shantambia International Cycling Tour is on the way. The kickoff took place today in the economic capital Douala, and the first lap today covered 92 kilometers from Ndokoti through Palais de Justice, Mobile, Guinness, Anche Raphaël, Camtel, Bepanda, École Publique, Feu Rouge, Entrée de la Gare, Carrefour Agib, BP Cité, Benedict, and back to Ndokoti here in the economic capital Douala. And the first lap was won by a Slovakian cyclist, Taraget Philippe, who moved at 47 kilometers per hour. And the first Cameroonian in the list of 10 is Kamzong Abesolo, and the second lap is scheduled for tomorrow from Yaoundé to Nanga Eboko. That will be 152 kilometers. Now concerning the first lap covered by the cyclists today here in the economic capital Douala, here's an extract of Littoral Governor Samuel Dedone Vahadiboa and the winner of the first lap.
I am satisfied because this cycling race has begun with a very good weather. There was no rain in Douala today, and also for the results, because there are more than 10 people that came at the same time, so we cannot say that we are behind. The game is still going on, and I'm sure that for the other steps we will have a good result. But it's also the occasion to say thank to Mrs. Chantal Bia for what she's doing for our cycling competitions. And also we know he is working with the head of state, President Paul Biya, and we can say that we are not only in a political campaign here, but just to show that Cameroon is living as far as all those aspects are concerned. We are living well in Douala, and we are sure that all things will go well.
Yes, we tried to ride as a team, and we controlled every breakaway. In every breakaway somebody from us was there, and then in the end we know he's a very good sprinter, and in the end yes, we tried to bring him into the front so that he can sprint for the victory. Here are some very good teams, so we will try to stay in front also the next stages, but it won't be easy for sure.
And that's it for this edition of the news. Thanks for staying with us.